Thank you everyone for tuning once again to this episode. Today we have a 2006 Acura TL. And today we are going to replace the neutral transmission switch. And just a little bit of backstory on this. This is the instrument that depending on the gear, it will actually complete a certain amount of circuits here. It will tell the computer which gear you're in, and it will allow the car to turn on when the gear is on park or neutral. Now, I'm assuming that this is the order because, again, when you're inside of the car, park, reverse, neutral, and the other gears. But nonetheless, this is the guide that, depending on the position, will tell the computer where is it. So let's go ahead and take this out and replace it. You're not going to see it right off the bat like this. It does come with a dust cover. Bolts are 10 millimeters, 3 of them. I'll show you how to put them back in. This is the replacement. And one thing I would tell you guys about this is these are not perfectly round. These are oblong shape. So try to line it up as close as you can to the original. Second of all is, if you buy this brand new or wherever, make sure that the gear actually matches with what's on the car. Other than that, you're going to have inaccurate readings and the car may not even start, or perhaps just be dangerous depending on the gear. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. One bolt. And again, these are also 10 millimeters as well. Make sure your car is jacked up, secure, or place the tire under the frame of the car. That way, just in case it fails, the jack, you could actually be safe and not hurt yourself. Okay. Harness is squeeze and pull. It is really tight. Alright, perfect fit. I have seen quite a few Honda's switches for this type of job where they look perfectly the same. However, the harness is not the same, so make sure that it can actually fit in there. Alright, let's put this guy back together. But before we do, let me actually just make you aware that it's going to actually include, you're going to need to put this back, and for those that are watching and you guys are about to take the cover off, make note that this cover is going to have 2 bolts, and this third bolt actually goes right up here. It's a different bolt. One way to actually spot it out is that the washer is slightly wider. These two guys are going to have 2 sets of washers, so keep that in mind. So again, I like to put these by hand first, avoid cross threading, make sure this guy clips in. Not quite there. Okay, for some reason it's not grabbing. Here we go. Spoke too soon. about these. In some cars, doesn't really apply to this car too much, but on some cars, these are directional, so you are going to have oblong openings so you can actually accommodate this better. So keep that in mind, that they are not perfect for that particular reason. Alright, bolt is on. This guy, I like to come at it from the bottom, align it, get him started. And if it's a little too dark, my apology guys, it's late here and I want to make sure this car is done for its owner. If this is your own car, take the advantage of looking at it, and of course grab any areas where you can actually just do a little bit of maintenance. Like these bushings, they need to go. They're stretched out, they need to go. Inspect the boots for the tie rod. Also inspect the connection here, the rubber boot, the joint. Make sure that if you do have a fitting here, those are serviceable ones, and you need to apply more grease if they're a little, don't make sure that they're empty. Make sure that they're filled with grease. Check your brakes. These rotors, they need to go. These are it gives me the impression that these rotors got hot or something to that effect, but always look for areas of opportunities. The CV boot and the one back here. I maintain this car, so it is fine. Alright, you don't need to kill it on this bolt, so just make sure that it's nice and tight. Again, like I said, this is just a dust boot, so it doesn't fail again. So with all this, I will list on the description the check engine code for this type of fault. On this particular car, it didn't give me a check engine light. What was going on is that I turned the car on, and on the instrument cluster, you're gonna have park, reverse, neutral, drive, and so on. On this particular car, it does actually light at a specific color. So park is red, which means that the car will not go anywhere. Reverse turns green, neutral, of course, green, drive, and so on. You know the colors that will go with it. If you're the owner, you will know that something is wrong with the instrument cluster, and the car won't go anywhere. So this is the guy that will tell the instrument cluster which gear the car is in. The computer will know that if you are in park or in neutral, the car is to start. If for some reason you guys are in a jam and you need to get out of the jam, and you have a particular or similar problem like this, if you are in park and the car just won't even crank, the car would just stay quiet, everything lights up. When you go to position 3, which is to start the car, it is just going to flicker, not going to start, not even going to make a noise. So make sure that you can put your car in neutral. Try it again. If it does start, this is the guy to suspect. Alright, so with that, guys, hopefully your repair is successful. Subscribe, like, share your thoughts. Again, this is a family car. I will continue to do future videos on this car in the future and take you guys along with it. So thank you for tuning in, guys, today. Until next time. Thanks.